I love Football Manager. I really do. I love playing it. I love making videos for YouTube. But today, I just didn't want to load the save up because you know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. All these years, this is the best chance we've ever had. And after the last episode, I just know we're going to bottle this. Treble header today. RC Lens second leg trailing by 2. Man City in the Premier League and Spurs in the FA Cup quarter-final. Our treble dreams are surely dying today. But will our Champions League dreams as well? Let's find out. This was the banker. This was the no-brainer. That clip has been on my mind since I played the last episode where you would have seen a 3-0 win against the Blades, but in our first loss in, how many games was that? Was that 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11 games. We were 4-2 loss away in France against RC Lens. Right now, mid-table in Ligue 1. And we absolutely bottled it from 2-0 up to lose 4-2. I can't believe it. When the draw was made, I was like, oh yeah, we should be able to brush them aside. We're going out. We're 90 minutes away from going out. We're already down by 2. Got to remind ourselves that we can come back. Anyway, following game was the only one off camera. We beat Leicester by 3-0. The Fox are right now just above the relegation zone. This was a banker, to be fair. How we lost this game would have been fuming. Gary and Kowal bagged a brace, and Vladan Radolovic got one as well. In a comfortable 3-0 victory to bounce back at the Eddie Howe Stadium. Lord knows we needed that. So in the Premier League right now, to be fair, there's 8 games to go, and we have gone 5 clear of Spurs, who just lost to Manchester United. But it is worth pointing out, Chelsea do have a game in hand. If they win that, they'll cut it to 4, and theoretically, you'd assume they'd end up with a better Golden record than us as well. So 8 games to go. We are there. We do have a gap, but again, 8 games to go. And I know we haven't lost in the league since December, but that RC Lens game, man, that is really, really terrifying. If you look at the remaining games as well, like I said before, we have got a reasonably favourable run in, but we still got to go to Man City going for the title. We still got to go away to Anfield. They're going for the title. We still got to play Arsenal away. Yes, they struggled this season. That's never an easy game. And then there's some really tricky ones there as well. West Ham away, Everton as well. So destiny's in our own hands, but it was 2 years ago, and we all know what happened then as well. So anyway, first game, let's just do it, man. First a treble header. It's RC Lens, and we trail by 2 heading into the second leg here. I said our best route to the Champions League was by winning this competition. We would be one of the favourites. Well, we've put ourselves in a mighty hole heading into the second leg. Right now in the injury report, Kazada is down with a pulled hamstring. Went down in the game against Leicester. This guy, few injuries for us in his debut season. That's the only real negative into what as for what has been an amazing debut season. There we go. And of course, Gareth is suspended for this one after his cynical red card in France. And this will be our team. Guards are still not fit enough coming back from that broken ankle. So we've got Georgie in goal. Back for his Mitchell, Miodrag, Mascara and Aaron's midfield trio as Irisevic, McTominay and Battery as a roaming playmaker. Traore and Sucic are the inside forwards. And Araujo is pressing forward tonight. He's been really good, to be fair, in the Europa League, in the cup games as well. On the bench, you've got Ward, Gomez, Henderson, Lopez, Forsby, the Chump, Radolovic, Scott, who picked up a knock against Leicester, Soria, Watkins, Delap and Kowal as well. And I've briefly changed my instructions too. We're not playing with the highest defensive line we possibly can. We've also taken off the step up more defensive line instruction and taken off the get stuck in instruction as well. That clearly cost me in the game in France, and thus I've changed our instructions a little bit for the game tonight. Anyway, first to 3, we trail by 2 on aggregate. We must score at least twice to get through tonight. Otherwise, we're going out in the last 16. Come on, you cherries. Yeah, I said really the final 4 of the Europa League was I'm going to pump my fist and say we owe RC Lens after what happened in the last match. The final 4 to me was the bare minimum. Like in the Europa League, we are one of the favourites to win. We're not I would say we're the favourites. Still got Inter Milan, RB Leipzig, Inter Milan, Villarreal. You know, it's a good competition with a lot of good teams in there, but we are definitely one of the favourites, no doubt about it. And going out to RC Lens, with no disrespect, but 15th in Ligue 1. I mean, again, their team's got a couple of decent players in there, don't get me wrong. We should be able to beat them comfortably. We've put ourselves in a really precarious position. But come on, Bournemouth. Early goal tonight, and let's spark a wild comeback. But after the defensive woes in the first leg, I can see RC Lens score. Oh, Georgie, where are you going? Where are you going? I just don't. How? Fuck. What's wrong with you? would you do that? There is no need for that. Oh my God. Georgie, how many times? Stay on your fucking line. For goodness sake. Why'd you do this? I don't mind if the ball's around here, but there's no need for that. Absolutely no need. It's over. It is over. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing, that. I don't know why he does this. I really don't. Sucic gets a goal back, and it's 1-1. Do you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say to the boys here. I'm going to say to the boys, focus. Focus. That's square one. We're back to square one now. We've cancelled out that early goal. Focus. Focus. Think. Concentrate. Mainly you, Georgie. It says you're focused, but you're never focused, mate. It's like you're always playing stoned. Batterina off the bar. And it's still 1-1. To be fair, despite a howler from Georgie, good start this. All will be forgiven if we get ourselves another goal in the next 10-15 minutes, because then we'll really put Lons under a lot of pressure. Aarons beats Manu Vallejo, what Georgie couldn't do. Odetov to Sucic, great first touch. Can he finish? He can! Lucas Sucic is a baller! I think he's our best player now. I really do. I know it's only his 7th of the year, but he's so good. He's so good. He had interest from Manchester City, Liverpool, AC Milan. He's such an amazing player. He really is. And I think he's our best in the team now. Batterina's fallen off massively, but Sucic is unbelievable. So, there we go. We're in front tonight, and we're now only down by a goal over 2 legs. And not even for that Georgie howler, we'd be level. But you know what, Georgie? It's okay. It's okay. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You win me more points than you cost me, but you've got to stop it, mate, seriously, because it's really annoying me. Araujo wins it back, pressing on his man, and finds Traore down the left. Back to Risavic, poor pass though, but then he does recover to win it back. And now Mia drags to Batterina. Breathless first half. This Sucic on a hat-trick. Out to Aarons and plays the 1-2 in Max. Here he is to Croatia. Can he cross? He can. Araujo! Bournemouth come back from 3 goals down to level it. Luka Sucic is absolutely tearing RC Lons apart. 1-2 Max Aarons, holds onto the ball, says see you later to his man who slips right by him, and as he slips it in, Araujo slips it home. Bournemouth 3, Lons 1. We've absolutely taken the game to the French side tonight, and after Georgie had that howler early on, well, I was fearing the worst. I thought it was over. But offensively tonight, we have just been relentless. And Sucic is just absolutely dominating out there. He knows. I said I'd let him go if we don't qualify the Champions League. But he wants to get us there. He wants to do it single-handedly. He knows he should be playing with Europe's elite, not in the Europa League. Right, we've got to get ourselves in front for the break now. We've got to capitalise on that. Tarek over the top. Araujo, can he control? He can. He shoots and it's the bar. And it's turned away and cleared. What a half. Buzzing with that. Absolutely buzzing with that. Georgie with the absolute howler. But what a response from Bournemouth. 3-1. And we're now level 5-5 on aggregate in an incredible time. And I'm going to say to the boys, do you know what I say to the boys? I'm going to point the finger at them and say this. If we get a goal, I'll make us favourites to win. Go out there and make it happen. Defensively, I'll criticise the boys at the back, especially Georgie. But offensively tonight, just basically the game plan should be get the ball to Luka. Get the ball to Luka down our right-hand side and watch him work his magic. Second half begins, and if the trend continues, we'll surely get ourselves in front in the tie. For the first time since we were leading by 2 in France. But if RC Lons get another, I worry that might be the dagger. Wow. First half was frenetic. Nothing to report in the second until now. 16 minutes to go. And there's a corner for Bournemouth. Batterina swings one and it's headed away. But guess who's going to track it back? The man of the night, Luka Sucic, beats his man, comes inside, shoots and almost catches the goal. It's all Luka. Luka Sucic is taking this game by the scruff of its neck. It's great to see. I love it when this happens. One player just says, this is mine tonight. Sucic again. Just get him the ball. There used to be an instruction in FM where you could say, like, play through X player. Play through a certain player. I don't think you can do that anymore. I know you can focus the play either down the right, down the left, or through the middle. But yeah, there used to be an instruction where you could, like, basically just ask everyone to just get the ball to that main man. As things stand, we're going into stoppage time. RC Lons have tightened up in this second half here. as we're leading by 2 on the night, but tied 5-5. If it goes to penalties, I'll be thinking about that Real Sociedad tie a couple of years ago in the Europa League quarters when the Spanish side knocked us out on the way to winning it. I won't fancy our chances on the spot kicks. I think we'll need to win this in extra time, if not normal time. Sujic comes inside, great run, and puts it just over the bar. It's been all Luka Sujic tonight. And that'll do it. 30 more minutes. We've got momentum. We've got to get that goal. If it goes to penalties, I know RC Lons will make it through. Surely not. No, corner. Lons headed away by McTominay, and Sori's going to track it down as the French side come forward for a rare attack tonight here. And Sujic does well to win it back and clear, but Lons, who have to weather a storm, are coming forward here to try and get themselves a rare goal to get in front. Soria wins it back with the fresh legs, and now forward we go. Mitchell over the top. Araujo, can you get through? You can! Enrique wins it for Bournemouth, surely! Araujo! 20 goals, what a comeback! Mitchell just hoofs it long and says, Enrique, off you go. And Bete, the former Man City man, gives it away, and Araujo slides it through the legs. Keeper gets a touch, but he can't keep it out. Bournemouth, from 5-2 down, are now 6-5 up. What a comeback on the South Coast. One of the great comebacks in Europa League knockout history has just been completed as an own goal has now confirmed it. Bournemouth have overcome the 2-goal deficit and are making it through to the quarters. Soria crosses. Was it Ratty? It was Radalovic who got the header. I thought it was Sujic initially. But it doesn't go down as Radalovic's goal. It should do though, really, because it's about to cross the line. But even so, that is going to do it. Bournemouth 5, RC Lons 1, and 7-5 over 2 legs. That is the comeback of the save. And we are through. That's one of the great comebacks I've ever had in FM history. Oh, what a win. You know, I'll be honest here. I did feel as though we could complete that turnaround, no doubt about it. But I didn't expect it to happen the way it did. Yeah, Jordan Larson must have been just too tired to play that game. Because he didn't even feature off the bench. Yeah, his physical condition ain't great either. So I guess they probably just had him on the bench, but didn't want to bring him on in the end. But I guess to be fair, it was about their defence on that night. It just wasn't good enough. But even so, yeah, I felt we could pull it off. I mean, we're only down by 2. We're not only down by 4 or whatever. But after Georgie went for that howler early, I thought it was game, man. Seriously. So, yeah, all the favourites have made it through. Atalanta are through, Inter are through, Villarreal are through, St Etienne are through, Atletico are through, Leipzig are through, and West Ham are through. Really, I don't think there's a single shock there. I thought all of those ties would end that way, and they have done as well. Right then, into the quarters. Let's do the draw. Hang on, no, I think it's next week, isn't it? It's next week? Yeah, sorry, it's next week. So we do the Man City game first, and then we'll do the draw before the FA Cup quarter-final. That's really a lot of pressure for our final run-in now, knowing that 2 routes to the Champions League are still available. I thought it was going to be all on the Premier League now, finishing top 4. We could still do it via winning the Europa League. Bournemouth showing their bite. Well in, boys. So, just before we dive into our second game, 3 PM fixtures on the Saturday to keep your eyes on. Liverpool host Chelsea. Come on, Liverpool. I know we're only 4 points behind them, but I'm not thinking about the title. I know we're 7 points behind Man City. I know we've got an outside shot, but I'm not even thinking about it. So, come on, Liverpool. Beat Chelsea. We just won 4th. Come on, Liverpool. Brentford home to Aston Villa and Spurs own Nottingham Forest. I expect Villa and Spurs to get comfortable wins there, to be fair. But come on, Liverpool. That's the game. That's the one. Forget the others. I just want to keep ourselves in 4th. Forget the top 3. 4th is more than good enough for me. So, here we go. Processing. Taking a while. Chelsea beat Liverpool. Spurs beat Forest. And Aston Villa beat Brentford. Brilliant. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Nice one, boys. I appreciate that very much, lads. Thanks for the favours. As per usual, I get fuck all from this game. Right, second of the 3, Manchester City at home. I swear I never get favours from other teams. It's so annoying. But if we're going to do it, we're going to do it ourselves. If you want a job doing properly, do it yourself. So, yeah, following game, Man City going for the title. We are at home, and we are better at home. But Yeah, despite the big win there on Thursday night, I don't feel we're going to follow that with a win here either. So I'll keep the same tactics, but a few changes to our lineup. Georgie's still in goal though, and the back four is Smallcombe, Mia Drab, Mascara and Aaron's. Midfield trio, Uri Sage with Tominay, and now Alex Scott coming back in from the injury. Traore and Sujic once again are on the wings though, and up top it's now Garan Kowal, top scorer in the competition. On the bench you've got Ward, Garza, Gomez, Mitchell, Radlovic, Batarina, Soria, Delap and Araujo as well. So first time Garza's featuring in a matchday squad since that broken ankle. I doubt we'll play him at all in this one here. Second and three, it's Man City at home. Yeah, I can't see us getting anything from this, but you never know. I'll take a point. Come on, you Cherries. Manchester City are just so good. I mean, so good. And, you know, I talk about it a lot. They occasionally go on these winning runs, akin to what you see in real life. It's very realistic. And when that happens, they're just unstoppable. And right now, they're on that run. They're 7 games unbeaten in the league. They're top of the table right now. They've got a chance to possibly pull away at the top as well. Like I said, the Premier League, to me, I just don't know how we're ever going to be consistently a top 4 team, let alone winning the title one day, when you've got so many elite teams to compete with. And straight on into the game, 3 minutes in, it's Haaland's 31st of the year. Yeah, well, we can't beat these guys. Yeah, it's an amazing Man City team. They still kept hold of Edison and Foden. Laporte still in the back line as well. They've got Saka playing left back. Fatty's coming on the wing, you know. They've got Ugarte through the middle. It's an incredible team. Absolutely incredible. And even though it's no longer Guardiola, their manager, Jurgen Klopp, it's an extraordinary side. Absolutely extraordinary. And I don't know if we'll ever be able to beat them consistently. I really can't see it happening. I really can't. Even so, down by a goal, 15 minutes in, weathered an early storm here, and if we can get back on level terms, you never know. But I feel as though these are the games where, oh, how did I forget Jude Bellingham through the middle as well? I feel like these are the games where, like, it's not really a tactical issue. It's just quality. They're just they're literally a league above. Can't really blame Georgie for that goal there. Just a little deflection. But yeah, Jeremy Frimpong's in at right back. Ruben Diaz is still there. I mean, it's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable, you know. You've got Nonto on the bench. I forgot Vidovic is on the bench now as well. This is just a ridiculous team. I mean, you look at the two teams, and look, we've made great strides forward since the start of the save, but we are not even comparable to theirs. 2-0 down, Man City going for the title, and I might have to empty the bench here and worry about the Spurs game next weekend. What a team, honestly. What a team. It's unbelievable. It's literally a level above. This 4-3-3 has been working really well this season as Mascara heads just over. I'm really liking it. I've changed the midfield trio up every now and then in terms of roles. Yes, the instructions have changed every now and then as well. But I like the shape. I like the shape of this team. I feel like it's worked well this season. But like I said, there are games like this where you're reminded that there's just a level between you and where you want to be. Do you know what I mean? It's like, do you know what it reminds me of? It's like when you've got your eye on a crush, right? And they're getting approached by literally like 9 out of 10 guys. And it's like, well, I'm not there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not there. I'd love to be there one day. I'd love to be there and be able to battle for this. Like, the crush is like the Premier League, for example, or the Champions League title. And we're not there yet. We're the certified 6 out of 10s. We're the 5 to 6 out of 10s, we are. Being objective, being honest, we're the 5 to 6 out of 10s. We're the Conference League, Europa League boys, you know? And Man City are the 9 out of 10 Chad Alphas. We're not there. We're not there. We're certainly not bottom of the rung. We're not your 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10s. But we're certainly not good enough for the elite yet. We're not good enough for those 9 out of 10s. We see them on Insta. We'd love to be there one day. We'd love to get in there one day. But not now. Not yet. One day, we will get there. One day, we will be good enough to approach a 9 out of 10 and stand our ground and say, do you know what? We can compete for this. We can compete with the Chad Manchester Cities and Real Madrids. But at the moment, we can't. Know where you are. How many times have I said that? Know where you are. There's no point in going after a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. Especially in this day and age. Are you kidding me? What they've got circling around them. What they've got cash apping them. What they've got, you know, sending them Uber Eats and taking them out to tattoo or fancy restaurants. No. We can't do that yet. We can't do that yet. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But we're not there yet. Know where you are. Stay in your lane. 6 out of 10. I think that's the thing as well. Like, you know, sometimes that quality over tactics, you know, and quality over everything. How many times do you hear me say, as Garza's come on for his comeback game after a 4-month layoff, how many times do you hear me say, Soria does at least get us a consolation goal? How many times do you hear me say, oh, you know, there's no substitute for hard work? Listen, sometimes you've just got to be very honest with yourself and say, do you know what, that's a great mentality to have, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, when you've got infinite amounts of money and a ridiculous amount of quality, nothing's going to stop you. No amount of hard work is going to stop you, and that is the case of Manchester City. 5-1. 5-1. Absolutely battered. We're not there yet. I guess the only good thing is that we've now gotten rid of, or gotten past, the hardest game of the run-in, if you will. That's the Nugent I was referencing, by the way. Unbelievable. But that's the hardest game of the run-in now. That was the hardest game of the run-in. Yes, we still got Liverpool at Anfield. Yes, we still got Arsenal at the Emirates. Yeah, some tricky games there, like West Ham away. But that was the hardest game of the Premier League run-in. So I'm glad to just get it out of the way now. We're still in 4th, but again, now the gap's been cut to 2 by Spurs, 3 by Aston Villa, 4 by Chelsea, and they've still got the game in hand as well. And they're on a great winning run too. I said it before and I'll say it again, the path to the Champions League, even though we're in 4th right now, comes through winning the Europa League. This is still secondary to me, and that's why the FA Cup, you know, as much as I'd love to reach the Final 4 for the first time in the say, we've never got to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Quarter-finals the furthest we've gone. As much as I'd love that, it's not a qualifier for the Champions League. So it'll be an amazing achievement to, you know, maybe go all the way and win it for the first time ever. But it's not a qualifier for the Champions League, and that's what we want more than anything. You know, that's what we want more than anything, Champions League football. And that comes via winning Europa League or top 4 in the Premier League. So, yeah, I'd love to get through. I'd absolutely love it, but I'm not too concerned if we go out there. I'm not too concerned. Just got to make sure we don't embarrass ourselves and go into catastrophic form. Right, Chelsea versus West Ham. This is the one we were waiting for. Wednesday night, their game in hand. Can West Ham do us a favour? No, they can't. Why was I surprised? No one does me a favour. If I want to do it, if we want to do it, we can't rely on other teams doing us favours. It never happens. Gap cut to 1. Only a matter of time before we drop down to 5th. And here we go. Friday morning, it is the Europa League quarter and semi-final draws, where we'll find out our opponents for the last 8 of, again, what I would say our best route to winning, to qualifying for the Champions League. So heading into it, no seeds anymore. I got to be honest, out of all the teams here, I'd want St Etienne. With all due respect, I'd want St Etienne. Who I really don't want, believe it or not, West Ham, because we're just really struggling against Premier League sides, I know that. And Inter Milan. I'm hoping for St Etienne. Let's see if we do get the luck of the draw. They're the first team out of the hat, and we haven't got them. They've got Atletico Madrid. Next up, not Leipzig. They've got West Ham. Right now, I'm looking at Villarreal. Atalanta have Inter in an all-Italian affair, and it is going to be Villarreal. Now, I have to say, it won't be easy, no doubt about it. They're in the top 4. They've still got Pau Torres. It's a small squad. Nicholas Jackson is still there. It's a small squad, but it's a very good one. It's a small squad, but it's a very good one. Pau Torres will be out for it. That's going to be a very even tie there. I think we can take them, but I feel... Oh, they've still got Zonarek, the amazing Croatian, who I was going to get to replace Sucic if he left. Oh, it's a bloody good team. It's a bloody good team. I think we could take them, but it's going to be very tough. Oh, hang on, we've got the semi-final draw as well, don't we? Forgot about this. So, if we were to make it through Villarreal, we would take on not St Etienne or Atletico. It would be an Italian side in Atalanta or Inter Milan. Right. Okay. Well, Inter are the favourites, so I'd expect them to get through Atalanta, to be fair, under Diego Simeone now. So if we were to get through Villarreal, I'd expect us to face Inter Milan. Atalanta still have Dominic Solanke, by the way, for those curious, but they're mid-table right now. Solanke's still there, although he's not quite as hot as he was during that year for us when he scored like 42 goals or whatever. Lovro Majer, the Croatian, is their playmaker. Very good team. I can see why they've been considered favourites. Okay, Villarreal, bring them on. Oh, we've just had an intake of youth players, so I'll just quickly skip past it. And as per usual, no one really to get excited about. Terry seems to be the best. But, yeah. I mean, it's my youth intakes. I might as well not even show them from now, do you know what I mean? Like, the chance of me getting anyone good from a youth intake is about the same as the chance of me pulling a 10 out of 10. It ain't going to happen. So, Premier League fixtures just been played. Arsenal beat Watford, but they're still quite a few points behind. They can still catch up, but they are the rank outsiders right now in 8th. Manchester United did lose at home to Aston Villa as well, which is just fucking typical. I mean, they're going for the title. They just lost 2-0 at home to Aston Villa, who've now gone 4th. I mean, like I said, I don't get a single favour. I do not get a single favour in this save. It's unbelievable. Every single time. It's extraordinary. Right, let's do it. Third and final game. To be honest, though, I'm not too fussed what happens here. Spurs away in North London, FA Cup quarter-final. I'd love to reach Wembley in the FA Cup semi-final for the first time in the save, but really, I'm not too concerned about it. It's all about trying to get back in the top 4 and win that Europa League as well. Heading into the game, a couple of suspensions. Mitchell and Achumpa are out for this one. Azar, Quezada and Garza as well. This will be our team. Same tactics, 4-3-3, because, like I said, that Man City game, they were just a level above, really. And we'll see how we get on in this one with a few changes to our lineup. Georgie remains in goal. Back for his Smallcombe, Miodrama, Mascara and Aaron. Scott McTominay and Ryder Loach and out of the midfield trio. Batarina comes in on the left. Sucic, the man of the moment, on the right. And Enrique Araujo does lead the line. 20 goals for him this season. What a signing he's been. Only 4 have come in the Premier League, but it's the goals in the Cups and Euro that have been the reason why I signed him. Who wants him as well? Massive injury. I still, to this day, I can't believe the fans graded that transfer as a C. Anyway, on the bench, you've got Ward, Gomez, Henderson, Forsby, Urisevic, Traore, Surya, Delap, and Kowal as well. Third and final game, but our lowest priority of the 3. I'd like to make it through, but won't be too disappointed if we're not going through. Come on, you cherries. It's like Doc's bingo at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Like when you start watching an episode, you think, what are we going to see today? Are we going to see a tactical disaster class? Are we going to see Georgie come out for a long ball he's got no business of going for and getting caught in no man's land? Are we going to see a Gareth Smallcombe red card? Like, something's going to happen. Like, something's going to happen. The question is, what's it going to be? Doc's bingo. We haven't beaten Spurs in, I think, 6 attempts now. So we've got a really poor recent record against Tottenham Hotspur. Do you know what? I think I'm right in saying... No, surely not. I was going to say, I don't think we've beaten them since the Carabao Cup final. But surely we have. I'll have to look it up, but surely we have. But we might not have done, you know. Ever since we beat them in... Oh, Georgie! Just about gets away with that fumble there. Ever since we beat them in the Carabao Cup final, they've gone ham. And I'm pretty sure we haven't beaten them since then. Even so, they've won their competition now. They've got their major honour, first time in the save, winning their Carabao Cup earlier this year. So they don't need to win this FA Cup to end the trophy drought, but they want to knock us out here and beat us once again. They'll never forget our victory against them in the Carabao Cup final. Well, we'll survive till the break. At the moment, though, I'm quite comfortable with this. I know you look at the stats there and say, well, this isn't very good, is it? But to be fair, the XG, like, Spurs haven't been in yet. Do you know what I mean? They've been shooting from range. So I'm okay with this. I'm totally fine with it. I've said this before and I'll say this again. I don't mind if we just camp on the line and say, come break us down. We'll go low defensive line, mid-block, slightly less trigger press, and we'll counter when we get the ball back as well. So, yeah, change to our tactical system, but I'm okay with it. I'm alright with it. I think, personally speaking, if Spurs can't break us down, I don't think they're going to score. I trust Georgie from shots from range. So at the moment, so far, so good. I'm okay with this. I'm totally fine with it. Spurs looking for that breakthrough down this right-hand side. Cross the middle, deflected. Georgie claims it easily. As we still are tight. No, Spurs have not been able to get inside all game yet. And that's totally fine with me. Totally fine with McTominay gives it away. They'll get it this time. That is so bloody typical. We were doing fine, and an individual error from McTominay is what's cost us the goal that will probably settle the game. We were doing totally fine. And Scott with a heavy first touch sees us gift Spurs. That is so fucking annoying, isn't it? That is so annoying. They hadn't had an answer to our back four. They hadn't carded us open once. The one time to do it, it comes from an individual error. That is so annoying. That is so frustrating, honestly. Corner, Bournemouth, last chance falling here, headed away by Darwin Núñez though, and now we push so many bodies forward. Spurs can come on a counter and wrap this game up here. Alejandro Garnacho sprinting past Mia-Drag, who's left him in the dust. He's gone coast to coast and converted it home. An ex-Liverpool and Manchester United man with the assist and the goal, and that'll do it. Garnacho just left Mia-Drag in the dust like it was Gareth Bale versus Mark Bartra. It's game. Spurs are through. I'm not too concerned. I'm not too concerned. Back-to-back losses, but I said we didn't really care about the FA Cup. Our wait for a Final Four appearance continues, but it's all about trying to qualify the Champions League. But it's so frustrating, though. Seriously, like, literally, that's the only time. The only two times they've been in our area today have been from an individual error and a counter attack from a corner, and now Núñez has made it free. That's annoying though. Was he offside though? Was he offside? No, so yeah, it's offside, not an account. That is so annoying. We were totally fine until that error from McTominay. That is so frustrating. Let it go, Doxy boy. Let it go. We are infinitely more focused on trying to win that Europa League and get back in the top four in the Premier League. Frustrating, yes. Annoying, yes. Spurs' excellent recent record against us continues, but I'm not too concerned. Yes, it would be nice to reach Wembley in the FA Cup for the first time ever, but you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm defending you! What's wrong with all of you? Let it go. Let it go. We've got an international break. Let it go, alright? Focus your attention on Villarreal and the final run in the Premier League, because that's what we're coming back for. That triple header right there. Both legs, Villarreal, first at home, then in Spain, and Liverpool away as well. Poor run for Bournemouth after what was a great unbeaten streak. 3 defeats in 5. And now we're out of the top 4, and we'll be drawn against one of the favourites to win the Europa League as well. It's make or break time for this Bournemouth team. Are we going to bottle the Champions League again? Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon. It's now or never. It's this year or never, I feel. I'll see you for the next one. Make or break. Villarreal both legs and Liverpool away. Bring it on.